Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up? Nigga, fucking head, man.
Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
Yeah. Yo, Beasley, I'm starting some new shit right now, right? Now we getting into the Angry Fan Hour. You know what I'm saying? We got it out. You know what's up. You know what's up. It's Angry Fans Radio. Let's get it. My nigga, what is going on with Math Hoffa calling you out like that in that battle? Is Math not on URL because of a girl?
Brilliant. I think that was brilliant, man. I thought it was hilarious. It's just battle bars, man. I mean,
okay.
It's easy to state the obvious. You know, everybody knows what was happening, you know, with the whole Serious Jones incident. I mean, if you look at it, it's all documented from that time. I mean, if that was the case, he wouldn't have been on that card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
It's clear. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... It's funny, though. I thought it was great. I actually watched the battle, and a lot of people don't understand. I don't know what he was going through at the time during that battle, but he kind of pulled it together because he used the punchline. The first line was like, "Yo, Beasley, it isn't about money," or whatever, and that punchline did hit. So then, you know, he took his
like, "Fuck the money."
Right. It was like kind of like jumbled, like the crowd wasn't feeling him, so he just lit up a cigarette, got his composure back, and then came back with that little punchline, which is pretty much the same thing, you know. So 1 minute he's saying it's about money, then he's saying it's about a girl or whatever. I don't, hold it against him. It's just battle bars, man. I got to take something. And I rarely ever get any battle bars like that are really negative against me personally. You know, Norbs, Nunu, Smack, they got the worst of the worst. So, you know, I just got inducted into the club, so that was my shit. But I'm a good sport about it. That shit ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wants to do. You know, he has to do that to win the battle. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of it. I'm in the culture. If there's a way to, you know, sway the crowd and get them excited, you know, that's the way to do it. I mean, I thought it was a brilliant recovery because he was on his way down in that round, man. You know, he's smoking a cigarette and everything, and then he just pulled that one out in the last quarter. He got his bars up and came back. So I thought it was actually pretty good. But nah, you know, there's nothing there. I mean, as I said, man, Matt, and it was funny too because there's actually a interview out where like we're outside of Nome, and he's talking about because you know he couldn't come to the Serious Jones thing because you know we just wanted to avoid incident because I didn't know what. It's hard when you're in that type of scenario because you don't know what Serious Jones people are going to do. Like his last time that he was at URL incident, you know, unfortunately he got hit or whatever when he was battling on stage. So I'm sure when he's returning to URL, he's telling me he needs X amount of people. He's not coming with girls this time. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't want that to happen again. And my concern was that, you know, even if Math has already squashed the beef, and, you know, they reserve, you know, everything is cool and straightened out and there's no problem between the two of them. What if Serious Jones peoples are there and they're looking at Math eyeballing him because they're mad about what they did to his man? And one of his goons just feels like this is the time to get him back or something, or attempt to get him back, and then a fight happens. Now, maybe it wouldn't be Math's fault. It could be Serious Jones people's fault. You know what I mean? And then this big fight erupts and he has to defend himself, or something happens because it's not even them that are necessarily beefing, but the entourages of them beefing, and a fight happens. At the end of the day, URL, they can't control anything. They can't control the guys. They had a big fight because you know a fight on our platform is like detrimental. Like we're the Antichrist. Like these guys, we having events where they have fights, 2-3 events back to back. Multiple fights, cameras, people destroyed, jumped, put on TMZ and everything. Nothing happens. Everybody just returns back to normal. We have one, they're calling for us to resign. We're destructive to the culture. You know what I mean? Oh, you guys didn't have adequate security, and you didn't do this, and you didn't do that. And, you know, it's just a whole different dynamic. So we were just trying to avoid that. But longer story short, to get back to that, actually, outside, I cracked the joke. It was like, yo, when is Math coming back? And I was like, he fucked my girlfriend. And he looked at me, and we both started laughing, and we had this long, detailed conversation about him possibly returning to URL. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes sense now, like looking back, you can see where he kind of tied it in. I mean, I thought it was brilliant, man. I thought it was dope. You know what I mean? I haven't spoken to him since he got back yet. And me and Math have spoken a couple of times. He's actually been to my crib a couple of times since the Serious Jones stuff. You know what I mean? Because I have a crib like with a studio. You know what I mean? One of my spots where I'm at. And, you know, like a lot of guys come off here and record music and stuff like that and just hang out, kick it, chill. You know what I'm saying? So he's been through quite a few times. You know what I mean? So there's nothing there. It's just battle bars.
All right, so it's not true, is what you're saying. Totally false.
No.
All right, I got
That's
you.
what I'm saying. It's totally false. It's totally false. It's totally false, man.
Okay.
Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man.
Angry fan movement is the movement to move with.